After you claim you spent 5 years in prison for failing to pay child support for the defendant, Ms. Sears' son, Dylan.
That's right.
In the case of Manser versus Sear, Dylan Sear. Mr. Manser, you are not
Oh, God.
his father.
Oh, man. 5 years in prison.
Do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
You know who his father is.
Yes, I talk to him still.
Yeah.
All right. So here it is, the update from that viral, paternity court video. Here it is. And make sure to watch the full video so you don't miss anything I say or skip through anything. So make sure to watch the full video. So apparently this whole thing is true. This was a true thing that happened. Because as you see here, Missourians sue lab for apparent paternity test error that cost man $30K in jail time, as you saw in the viral clip. Now let's read this. According to a lawsuit filed Monday, Bill Manser is not a happy camper, as he shouldn't be. I wouldn't be either. For 20 years, he was told by Elizabeth Seth of Southwest Missouri that he was the father to her child. He shelled out tens of thousands in child support. Imagine all that money gone to a child that's not his. He claims and even went to jail for falling behind on those payments. But Sefer herself had a good reason to believe the narrative. A paternity test she'd ordered from a lab concluded with near certainty that Manser was the baby daddy. Okay, so see there? I believe that. See? Now, that could be a fact right there and why obviously she believed it. Now, let's keep going. Yet, recently, both appeared on a little program called Paternity Court, where they learned the truth. Manser is not the father. They are now suing the surviving entity of the biomedical lab that originally told them otherwise. Neither Manser nor Seth disputes that in Southwest Missouri in 1992, they had some kind of sexual relationship, obviously. He called it a fling. Oh, she said it was hardly a one-night stand. Uh-oh. So it looks like people had two different narratives of what they thought it was. Okay. Regardless, she gave birth to a son, Dylan, in January 1993. A couple of years later, obviously fast forward to the viral clip now, Sefer ordered a paternity test from Rose Biomedical Laboratories, a national company that operated in Missouri. The test concluded that there was a 99.6% probability that Manser had fathered the boy. Manser moved to Lake County, Florida. He ended up paying more than $30,000 in child support to Seth and spent significant time in prison after failing to pay on time, he claims. And that's one of the problems right there too, because my thing is, not every dude's gonna be probably capable of paying on time. You never know what could happen. He can probably lose his job out of nowhere. Anything can happen, like I saw COVID, anything can happen. So that's crazy right there. But he was never totally convinced Dylan was his son, said Rob Latifia, whatever. The Brentwood-based attorney for all three plaintiffs in an interview with Riverfront Times, Latifia, whatever, says that the production staff on the show Paternity Court found out about their case and flew them out to California for a taping. And on August 12th, 2013, Manser Elizabeth Sefer and her 20-year-old son, dang, he's my age. Well, I'm 20 now, but but he's probably older now. But Dylan submitted to new DNA tests at a California lab frequently used by the show. They appeared on the show on August 29th and got rather different results, as we've seen from the viral clip. Yep. All three of them are now suing. Okay, so this is the update now. So this is really what's going on now. So all three of them are now suing the North Carolina-based LabCorp, the only surviving entity of Roche, on the allegations of negligence and breach of country for what now appears to be a false positive. All right. They all claim to have suffered social, ridicule, and harassment. Daily RFT asks, Latifah, if that's only a natural result of discussing family issues on television, the attorney replied that the harassment went beyond immediate reaction to the show. Elizabeth Sarah, for example, is being emailed and Facebook and called every name under the sun from people she doesn't know. Latifah says the real biological father was a former partner of Elizabeth who lived in the area. Latifah says that the lab's ostensible screw-up has caused the most damage to Dylan Sir, who is now 22 and lives in Dade County, west of Springfield. He is trying to observe the knowledge that he grew up thinking his father had abandoned him, when in reality his real biological father and two siblings live nearby. Okay. He's struggling, Latifah says. It has really destroyed the relationship between Dylan and his mother. Dang. We reached out to LabCorp by phone, email, but have not heard back yet. When we do, we'll update the post. So, yep. So, what can we learn from this situation, guys? What can we learn? We can learn that not everything that we see on the internet is true, or we should paint someone a bad picture unless we have the true evidence of it. Because by reading this, it seems the woman was technically right because she got a DNA test and they said he was the father. Technically, she's not wrong. She's not wrong in that part. Now, the whole relationship with another dude and stuff, I don't know what that's about, but hey, you shouldn't have been sleeping with two dudes around that same situation. I don't know what that's about, but that's on you. That's the accountability on your part. But again, she got the DNA test from the other place. I guess they're not good DNA testers because it came back that he was the father, but he's not the father. So there's that. And then obviously the man took an L because not only did he have to waste money on a child that's not his, $30K, he wasted $30K on him. He also had to, go to jail and spend some time in jail because of it, which isn't fair, especially now found out the child's not his. So that's really on where the law needs to be updated, because that's crazy that you can go to jail because if you don't end up paying the money to the woman to take for the kid, obviously to be taken care of. That's where that's messed up at. They need to update that part because there are probably actual genuine good dads out there who are probably in that same situation like that. Who actually probably do know that that's their actual child and he's taking care of them, but the law says you have to put this much money into the child, and obviously the mother has to get the money. So you never really know what the mom's doing with that money, which is crazy. But I think one thing I have learned about this situation, you need to probably start mandatory DNA tests probably, because there are a whole bunch of clips out there of women, getting exposed for finding that from the father, that they're not the actual father of their child. Because sometimes the guys have to go behind their back. Because let's be real, you tell a woman, hey, I think we should get a DNA test for this child. If he's his or not, she's going to feel some type of way about it and get her feelings. But you never know. You just never know. You just never know. And you got to think about it too. In this world we live in, 2022, we have, women who are openly want to be sexual for some weird reason. And a lot of them, now obviously not all of them, but a lot of them, have a lot of influence from female rappers, telling them to scam dudes, get money off them, be very sexualized with themselves. It'll put things in the guy's head like, is this really my child if she's been doing this before? And now she's quote unquote changed, in that aspect too. Because we live in this type of world now when we allow all this craziness to happen, especially something like this, when a guy will ask for a DNA test and the one will get mad about it when it's like there's clear evidence all over the internet on why you should do it, But obviously she's not going to do that because she wants the security from the man, and she gets the security from not just him, but her child as well. I think that's one thing you can take away from this. But yeah, definitely, hey, like this video, share it, tell people about it. Hey, up it up, so we can get boosted in the algorithm so people can see this. But yeah, other than that, guys, hey, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.